What's going on, everybody? It's Matt, aka the Lumberjack Landlord. Super excited to be here with you on another amazing Sunday where people that are doers are getting together and talk about real estate. Let me just move this over to here for us. But I think that there's an awesome opportunity that I think a lot of people like. I see a lot of people, consuming content, and that's really important because you can learn on subjects and you can learn on ideas and concepts. But I think what's really most powerful, and one of the things that Millennial Mike just did a great short about this on, was these live streams. Specifically these live streams. The purpose of these live streams is so you guys can ask your questions, and I do my best to answer them and give you kind of what I would do, not advice, but just, hey, this is what I would do if I were in that same position. Or likely I've been in that position before. But I think the area that a lot of people miss out on is, what is it that I'm here to learn? What am I going to learn today? When you consume the amount of information that a lot of us consume, right? Watching a lot of people on YouTube, at least the good ones anyway, there's a lot of them that basically the message is only fear, 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 and not actually how to navigate, maneuver, operate. My message is one of, honestly, in 22 years, I've got thousands of experiences, and it was really crystallized by one of the students, Tony, in the live stream or in the boot camp that we did last night. So we're doing the boot camp, and he talks about the fact that he's working on a couple of bathroom projects. And so he said, yeah, we're going to upgrade, and they're upgrading to my favorite toilet of all time, which is the Gerber Viper. And me personally, I like the American version, not the Euro version. And anybody under 5'8" will appreciate that. I'm not, but I always have my tenants in mind. And so one of the really interesting things that he said was, I said, did the course help you at all in saving any money on that project? And he answered, oh yeah. And I said, love it. Tell me how. And so he tells me how. And he said, I saved about $3,000 on that project. So that's what makes me happy. What makes me happy is knowing that people have invested in their education by buying my course, that they're doing the work, they're being attentive, but most importantly, that it's making an impact, a real dollar impact in their life, real money. And so I said, so that's what the title of this video was $3,000 saved just by using 3 words. And those 3 words were get multiple bids. For me, this is the type of stuff that I've built my business doing over 20 years. Some people, that's well, duh, of course I would get 3 bids. That's a thing that some people just inherently would do. Other people are, believe it or not, they do it out of a place of respect. Hey, they're a professional. They know what they're doing. When they tell me it's a price, I'm not going to beat them up on their pricing, because they tell me that that's what the price is and they're valuing their hours. That's something that's really important. But when you're a new landlord and you've only got 1 unit, right, or 1 duplex, it's not that you're bad or not a valuable customer or any of those things. You need to be conveying your value. Hey, I'm a landlord of this 1 duplex right now, but the plan over the next 5 years is to basically add 3 or 4 more properties like this, duplexes. And that instantly, in all likelihood, that instantly puts you in that plumber, electrician, fill in the blank. It likely puts you in their top 10% of customers. Who wouldn't want to be in any vendor's top 10% of customers? You get priority. You get them willing to do something on the way home, even though they'd already called it a day, and they're willing to jump out there and spend an extra 2 hours doing something for you because, you know what? They're one of my top 10% customers, or even top 10 customers. This is one of the things that I was most concerned about with the course. I wanted to make sure that it was adding real dollar value, saving actual dollars. So congratulations to Tony, because he did exactly what the course said to do, what we talked about in boot camp. Get multiple bids and then ask a bunch of questions, talking about timing, talking about, okay, so is this how you do this? All of that information is in the course and how we train people to work with contractors to make sure that you don't get got. So what I really, really loved about that moment was it saved Tony far more than he ever invested in the course. And that was just one thing. So what's that one thing that you're waiting to hear today? What's that one thing that you wish you got that silver bullet, right? Or the lightning bolt from above? What's that one thing? And short of hoping and waiting that I answer one question or that I can go as in depth as you'd like me to on a given topic, that's why I did the course. It's 9 hours, 9 hours of me pouring out all the mistakes I made and how I corrected them. And now the processes I have in place so I don't make those mistakes. And then the boot camp is another, we went 2.5 hours last night. Now I don't advertise that I go 2.5 hours because I don't want to be held accountable if I don't go 2.5 hours some night, but we guarantee you an hour. It's almost always 2. And sometimes it's even 3. We've hit 3 hours a lot more often than we've ever hit in an hour and a half. So I just want to encourage you guys, if you're really serious about real estate, if you're really serious about making this something that you expect to replace your W-2, it's going to take investment, not just money, but time. It's going to take investment of your time. If you don't believe that I can teach a whole lot of things that are going to drastically reduce your cost of doing business in 9 hours plus about 20 hours in a boot camp, then I get it. I get it. Then I'm probably not the guy for you. But I'd say this. I've seen a lot of the courses on the internet, and a lot of them are pretty bad. And some of them are pretty good. But the level of depth and breadth, the buying is what happens once. The managing that asset takes decades. Acquire, stabilize, optimize. This is what I want to see out of the people that take my course. I want to be giving that information. When Tony was just dialoguing with the group. Hey, so I know that I need to get some of this work done. What toilet should I use? Gave him the answer. What process should I use to get the right guys? Here's the process. I won't go into it because I think it was a 15-minute long answer that morning. So, but this is what I would encourage you guys with. I think that there's just massive opportunities for all of us. I still learn. I still consume content. You know, on the construction side, there's not a whole lot that I need to learn. It's more on here's the next way that you can debt structure. Here's the newest way that you can do this, or that sort of stuff. And I think that we never know what that next 3 words is going to be that saves us $3,000. That's why I'm excited to do these live streams with you guys every Sunday. That's why I like spending the time going through it with you, is because there's no doubt in my mind that when you do it the right way, and when you've taken somebody that has done this 100 times, hands-on, showing up at the sites, watching the project, talking to the contractors, giving them guidance and saying, no, I don't want to do this. Do you realize that when you ask a question of the framer, the electrician, and the sheetrocker, solving the same problem, all 3 of them are going to give you different answers? How do you know which one's right? All 3 are going to give you different answers. Why? Because the answer that they're giving you is the one that makes their job the easiest. Sheetrockers. Oh yeah, absolutely. We absolutely want you without a doubt to strap all the walls and all the ceilings. Yep, absolutely. You got to do it. Electrician. Oh, you're going to strap all the walls and ceilings? That's going to be a huge pain in the ass for me. Why? Because now I have to worry more about box depths and what sheetrock's being used and the blah, blah, blah. It's endless. And then the framers, then they say, yeah, sure, I'll strap it for you. Yeah, no problem. Because they know that that's another $5,000 to $8,000 in their pocket between materials and labor. So that's why you have to be really careful to understand the inner workings of you're needing to lead the ship and guide the ship and say, you know what, here is the best case scenario. Couldn't we just do a shut off in the basement, run the line up, do a panel in the unit, and that's going to drop our need for wire about 45%. It's going to drop the need for that labor about 35%. That's one little tiny fix. That's one little thing. That one little adjustment in that particular job will save about $6,000. And again, that's just through one conversation with multiple different vendors that are in the room. These are the things, these are the lessons that I want you guys to be able to learn, because this is what's going to make you elite. More importantly, you'll see the hardest thing is getting the next chunk of money to buy the next great property. You get there faster if you're elite. That's what sped up for me. Yeah, the cash flow speeds up, but you know what speeds up the most is the knowledge and understanding, and then realizing that I'm optimizing units. Then I get to buy my next one faster. I get to buy it in 8 to 12 months instead of 15 to 18 months. Now multiply that over 10 years if that's how long you decide to do it. How many more assets did I buy than you? I bought a lot more assets than you. How did I buy more assets than you? Just by paying attention to the details and understanding the right questions to ask, the situations that you're in, and understanding everybody that is doing the work for you is going to have an opinion. And usually it's based on what's easier for them. That's what it is, because they want to be on to the next job. Literally, they start that job and they want to be on the next one already because they've already gotten a deposit and they've already started going on this one, right? They want that next job already. So I would encourage you guys, take a look at the syllabus. If you believe that I can help you out, I believe that I can too. Quite frankly, whether you believe it or not, I still believe I can help you out.